All right, here we are. Welcome. Happy afternoon. It's Hal Sparks Maker Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. I'm your host, Hal Sparks. I will be Hal Sparksing for most of the evening, with your permission. And in some cases, if you're a maggot in the audience, with your disdain. And I gotta say, I love you guys. I'm so excited when the trolls show, because I know we're hitting a nerve. I know that that's how I really know I'm landing something, is if somebody rings the troll dinner bell. So I want to thank you guys for being here and reinforcing what we all know, which is that you're all afraid your orange shithead leader has crapped the bed again, and that Elon Musk is basically running him like a puppet with his hand up his ass, up Trump's ass. I don't want you to think there's some sort of like weird ass fist loop going on with Elon Musk, although considering what he wore to that fetish party, it's anybody's guess. But I would, it's nice to be. And by the way, hi chat room, welcome to the show. Hit the like, share the show, help us grow. I don't want to lay it at your feet, but that's how this thing works. I greatly appreciate super chats and the like. Do what you can. You'll notice there's been a lot of stories lately about people that are allegedly on my side of the aisle. And I say allegedly because I'm going to need you motherfuckers to pony up a little bit with your behavior. If your first reaction after every election is to attack my side of the aisle, whether we win or whether we lose, if that's where your attack is aimed, I'm just going to call bullshit right out of the gate. I'm just going to go. It's not that I don't think some people can have the opinion you're espousing. I'm just thinking you don't. You've been selling this all along. I think you're a liar and a manipulator. I'm just going to leave it there. And that you actually work for the other side, and I don't know. It's good money if you can make it, but. I will say, and we've got a lot to cover today. Oh boy. Trump just made a special showing of swearing in Tulsi Gabbard, and let's see. It just happened. So, and then Pam Bondi swore in, and it was one of the most awkward. It's amazing to me, but like Pam Bondi, it has to be and also the Iraq girl from the meme years ago, from the Miss Teen USA, because she just nails it. Like, it is the greatest impersonation of that girl I've ever seen. Okay, so is this all of it, or okay, so. What a wreck. Okay, this is a 36-minute. I think there's more of it, maybe not. We'll see. All right. Anyways, this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. There's Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat from Hawaii, current member of a cult from Hawaii, big fan of Assad up until the time he beat feet and left town and fled to Russia. Who knows, what their current or ongoing relationship. Maybe he's just saving her a place at the end when she has to make the same kind of retreat at some point in the future, or she just goes where the power is, which is entirely possible. And again, there's so much opaqueness about what she actually believes that I think the best case of it the only, I guess, the only recourse we have is to, just build his paranoia about her. Because if I don't trust her, I don't think you trust her, but I also know he can't trust her because she's not working for him, right? She may not be working for us, which is what she's supposed to do under the Constitution. And she's definitely not working for him. If she's working for somebody else, then he's accidentally on our side right now. And that's how that's how that line must be drawn. That's all I'm going to put out there. Somebody said they're both working for Russia. That may be true for Tulsi Gabbard, and maybe maybe the blackmail still works, or maybe he's just afraid. Maybe they've threatened him or something. But financially, he doesn't need the Russian help anymore. He has managed to flim-flam his way out of debt. So I don't think it's it may be transactional. Maybe he's still dopey enough to think there's going to be a Trump Tower Moscow. It could be, because he seems very fixated. I will say this, that we keep trying to attribute his behavior to a level of transactional relationships, that this is, everything's a deal, everything's a business, whatever. But I got to say, a lot of it just seems like an old man fixated on something that a ship that sailed a long time ago. You'll see what I mean, because this how he's been talking lately, it's getting worse, and it depends on the time of the day and all that kind of stuff. But you'll see what I mean. Like, he has difficulty grasping words lately, and we saw it yesterday with waste, with the word waste. He just couldn't think it up. There's a bunch of that going around, and it's not getting better. What was that? Obviously, this is all digitally done at the Amazon White House studio. So the gear, she's CGI. Hi.
Thank you very much. And today, we're delighted to swear in our next Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi.
It's debatable right now whether we have any. But also, notice he says, thank you very much, like he just received a round of applause, and stands there. Do you think when he's standing there going like this, that he actually hears Lee Greenwood's song playing in his head? Like, U.S. Thank you very much.
Tulsi Gabbard. Most of you know Tulsi. She's a fantastic woman. Tulsi, I want to just congratulate you, your husband, Abraham, your sister, and all of your friends. A lot of friends here. You have a lot of friends. I noticed that, huh?
Yeah, you got a lot of friends. What's that like? I don't have any friends. I got a bunch of suckers and losers that hang on to me. I got a bunch of guys who, I pretend to be on the same financial level as them, and they don't like me. What's it like? What?
They were all fighting for you. It worked out very well. Tulsi Gabbard's an American of extraordinary courage and exceptional patriotism. She's devoted her entire life to public service, and I've watched her for years on different shows and everything. I said, she's a woman of great common sense, and, we like the common sense.
Yeah, that's what drew you to her. Yeah, it wasn't just the fact that she likes Assad and Putin likes Assad, and that's enough. Also, you just found her attractive, you fucking creep. Quit it.
It's a word that's being used a lot. I think we start.
It's actually two words. Which word? The common or sense?
Started it in terms of politics, but it's a word that's used a lot. It's usually pretty effective, too, and you really are. I've watched you, even on Larry King.
She's what? She's really common, or she's really sense?
You're very young. I don't know how you were Larry King, but you're very young. But you were, and you always had...
Is this his first time seeing her in person? Simmer down, buddy. She's not going home with you.
You always had the situation covered properly. At 21 years old, Tulsi became...
Hold on. She what?
Larry King, but you're very young. But you were, and you always had the situation covered properly. At 21...
Yeah. Uh-huh. I that's how I would put it. She always had the situation covered properly. That's it. That's it. That's in the written remarks. Someone wrote that down, that she's always had the situation covered properly. What is everybody? Is he alone in the White House? Did everybody leave?
Years old, Tulsi became the youngest woman ever elected to the Hawaii State Legislature. After 9/11, she joined the Hawaii Army National Guard and deployed abroad 3 times, and highly respected by
3 times. He's starting to slosh talk.
Everybody. So many people writing in letters saying she was so exceptional. Even then, she continues to serve as a
Oh, yeah? So many people? What did they say?
lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army Reserve, and Tulsi also served 4 terms in the United States House of Representatives, where she was a member of the House Armed Services Committee. She is a former vice chair of the National Democratic Party. Can you
She's a form of vice chair? You mean a former vice chair?
believe that?
Yes, I can.
And
Especially the former part.
here she is. That's very nice. We have a few of them. But she was never a Democrat. She was, at heart, she was a Republican. I watched her, and was a 2020 Democrat
A mole. Yeah, I understand.
candidate for president of the United States. It's not easy, right? It's not so easy. People think it's easy. It's not easy.
Nobody thinks it's easy, dum-dum. You can't hear Trump?
Throughout her service,
Really? The audio should be fine. You guys can hear him, right? You can hear the clip. Is it just quieter? Is that the issue? Hold on. Take this down a little bit.
Tulsi has always distinguished
How about that?
herself as a leader of the highest caliber. She's earned the respect and admiration and love of Americans on both sides of the aisle as her
And the paranoia of both groups. Anybody with any real skin in the game is like, man, I don't know.
profound commitment to the values that keep us free. And she
What kind of values is she talking about? I'm curious. Is it like
Iowa values
those kind?
really does have those values as
Yeah, those kind of values.
Iowa values
That's Iowa values, in case you.
much as anybody. In recent years, Tulsi has been a courageous and often lonely voice speaking out against radical left's attacks on free speech and the
What? A lonely voice? Lonely. I'm so lonely.
dangers of an unelected deep state. And I have to say, she
Oh, you mean like Elon Musk and his fucking Doge bags? They're unelected. They're bureaucrats.
was very, very strong for me when I was going through all of the fake news and all of the problems that we had with
I see. So you're just rewarding her for loyalty, not because she will protect the country and keep it safe. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
some very sick people. She was always out there. Before I really knew her as well, she was out there defending me. So I appreciated that, Tulsi.
Yeah, it's the only thing that matters, actually.
But the threat of a warmongering military-industrial complex and the weaponization of government and governmental people that go out and persecute. They like to persecute people that are innocent.
Do they? Who does? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Defending me, so I appreciated that, Tulsi. But the threat of a warmongering military-industrial complex.
Okay, I understood who that is. The threat of a warmongering industrial complex. Okay.
And the weaponization of government and governmental people that go out and persecute. They like to persecute people that are
She's there for the DNI. She's not. This isn't Pam Bondi's backup.
innocent. Tulsi herself became a target of that weaponization when she was outrageously placed on a suspected terrorist watch list by the Biden regime. It's a very evil regime.
Yeah, evil, a terrible regime. Not so much the Assad regime. Those were the good guys. It was the fact that he was hanging with them. Regime. Get the fuck out of here.
After criticizing their appalling abuses of power, and I'm confident that as director of the National Intelligence, Tulsi will work tirelessly.
Sorry, she's going to do what now? She's going to be the director of the national what?
And I'm confident that as director of the National Intelligence, Tulsi will work tirelessly.
Yeah, you guys know what that is, right? What was the organization again?
And I'm confident that as director of the National Intelligence, Tulsi will work tirelessly.
Yeah, the National Intelligence. The National Taliban. She's going to be in charge of the National Taliban.
To keep America safe, and she's been
She's been keeping people safe for a long time.
doing that her entire career. I think it's going to be a very natural day for you when you walk in. It's just have to keep the way you are. Just stay the way you are.
Yeah, don't go changing to try and please me. Why am I having flashbacks to 1982 when I used to think I was good looking?
She'll be clear-eyed and she'll be focused on the threat of
Unlike now.
radical Islamic terrorism, and lots of other threats too.
Yeah, lots of them. I mean, we've heard about that one, but
Threats from within, and give no quarter to America.
sorry. So you're basically telling us that your new director of national intelligence would basically be focused on Americans. Cool.
America's foreign enemies. At the same time, I'm entrusting Tulsi with the responsibility of overseeing
You're entrusting, not interesting.
urgently needed reforms to the U.S. intelligence community to protect the rights and the civil liberties of all Americans. She'll provide the American people with transparency, eliminate corruption, shrink the bloated bureaucracy, and restore honesty, integrity, and trust to the national.
Yeah, real quick. Will she get you a glass of water so we don't have to listen to the crystallizing saliva inside your floppy mouth? Back off the mic, dummy. This is the most disgusting version of ASMR.
Security state.
Security state. I've got to tell you, Tulsi Gabbard is the perfect person for the deal.
There's only one thing I can say, that there's nobody like her for this job. This was a very easy one for me. She was recommended by some of the top people in that world. It's a little world, it's a little smart world.
Some would even say it's an intelligent world. I've heard the word intelligence associated with that world, so I assume intelligence means smart in my tiny little fucking brain. It's good. I only have one thing to say, which are 9 things that don't make any sense. And by the way, this is also, understand, whenever he does this shit, it's him covering his ass later. She came highly recommended. So if she fucks up, it's not my fault.
It sometimes can be an evil world.
It sometimes could be an evil world. Sometimes. Like show business. Like when I was on Broadway. Sometimes.
When the wrong people are there, but
Jesus Christ. Like who? You mean the Bush administration, you prick?
we have the right one. She's had so many great recommendations. I would say Pam was right up there with her, Pam Bondi. She
Because she's in the room with us, so you'll say that because she's right there.
had a lot of I didn't need, I know her a little bit better, and you're doing a fantastic job after about 3 or 4.
I didn't need a recommendation. I helped her get elected by hiding a campaign donation, and then she didn't go after my shit university. So we're like this. I keep trying to do this to her, but she keeps running away.
4 days, right? You've had a lot of experience, but you've never seen anything like this, Pam. But you're going to do fantastic as the Attorney General. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Oh, they're fantastic. You've done a lot of stuff, but you've never done anything like this. So the American people could feel very much at ease that you've never done anything like this. I guess probably should have picked somebody who knows how to do something like this. I mean, just in the general. Maybe, is there anybody around here who knows how to do, like, basically what happens? No. All right. Well, I guess she'll do.
So thank you and congratulations. We did this with Pam a few days ago, and this is again my honor. So congratulations to Tulsi, and I think Pam is going to administer the oath, and when she does that, I'll sign your new certificate. Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Your new certificate, and you too will be a graduate of Trump University, the University of hard. What's that word? Hard Knoxville, noxious chemicals, noxious smells. That's what it is. Hard noxious smell.
Very much, everybody.
This is, by the way, the choreography. You're gonna love it.
Please place your left hand on the Constitution and raise.
All right, too late. Also, notice she's not doing the Bible. Hey, maggots, real quick. Why isn't she using the Bible? Anybody know? You have your choice. You can use the holy book of your choice. She's using the Constitution. Sounds like an easy fallback. Sounds like she doesn't want to use the Bible. Why didn't she want to use the Bible? How come? I mean, I'm sure there's one in there. Trump's never, never been read, only dropped twice. Anybody want to take a shot at that? She's using Pam Bondi says, put your hand on the Constitution. The Constitution is not that big, so I don't know what the fuck. It's only a few pages. I feel like they just grabbed like the encyclopedia for the letter C off the wall.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I, Tulsi Gabbard, do solemnly swear.
Man, and you're going to get major and also the Iraq vibes from this.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against that guy. I'm fucking with you. I'm on your side, man. Don't get afraid. Just because I used to be a Democrat and I look like a supervillain in a Marvel film, don't think for a second that I've just been rope-a-doping you, and that's why I'm not using a Bible so that I can fuck you, buddy. I'm kidding. Pam, tell him I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can trust me. Everybody can trust, right? You guys know. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, him. Got you, buddy. Anyways. You know what this is? It's actually the Epstein files. That's what I'm fucking with you. I'm kidding. Okay. Where were we?
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully.
That I will well and faithfully.
Discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
Discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Whatever God that may be. Thank you, Overlord. I'm fucking with you again. It's not. That is the Epstein files, though. I just want you to know. Have my hand on that. So, should we peek through it now? Now that I'm DNI? I mean, I really should know everything, shouldn't I? I mean. Probably shouldn't do that with these pages. Here you go.
Congratulations.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. Oh, look at it. Let me go in for come here. Give me a piece of it. If I kiss her, then I can do and I get a little piece of that one right in front of her husband. I'm whispering in your ear right now. What do you think he's saying right now? I'm going with Hail Hydra. What the fuck kind of swingers club is happening here? Bondi's making a play for the husband. She's like, the smell. It's a big deal. Thanks. You were great. By the way, now that you're DNI, can you get rid of Elon Musk's kid? He told me to go fuck myself and wiped a booger on the desk. Swear to protect the desk against all boogers, foreign and domestic. Get on it.
How's the Oval Office looking? A little different look, right? It's
no. That's a sign, y'all. Hey, y'all. That's a sign. He's not in he's in the special underground White House, like in that show, Paradise. He's in a hollowed out volcano because the storm is coming.
The Oval Office.
Easy.
Okay, we got a good one here.
Well, we got a good one here. Look at this. Look at that. Has anybody figured out why he has a giant capital P at the end of his name when he signs it. Other than pee-pee tapes, maybe it's just a wink and a nod to the pee-pee tape. That's what I think it is.
Okay, not bad. Ready? I'll stand out there. I think we'll do it right here. Come on over here, Abraham.
Get in here close and get a snuggle in here next to me. Why couldn't you wear something kind of low cut today? Huh? Why can't you? Huh? Look, I'm of the mind that you shouldn't treat women like this in general. It's bad form. It's immoral. It's gross. It's misogynistic. It's frankly, in the immortal words of Miss Jackson, it's nasty. But she kind of signed up for it, I guess. Is that what I mean? I also think, I think never act that way towards a woman who's eventually going to know all of your secrets. You know what I mean? It just seems like a bad idea. You don't want to scorn that woman above all. Just saying. Look at her. She's like, now all I got, now I got him. Now I got him. All I gotta do. He has no idea what's coming.
Okay, I'm sure there are no questions.
Mr. President, when and where will you meet with
You know what, I'd like to have Tulsi say a few words first, then we could answer a couple of questions, okay? Good. Leave that. That's good.
Let me say that it's really nice to receive this entirely legally binding document that allows me access to all of American secrets, and the fact that the president, who cannot be put on trial, has told me that I can basically look into the private lives of every American for security, and I'll get right on that as soon as I get back over to the office. I'm basically just going to call in markers on everyone and become the most powerful woman in the country. So I want to thank this dough-headed fuck for this. And of course, my husband's phone better be goddamn clear of dating apps, or just, I'll know. Okay.
Mr. President, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the trust that you have placed in me to fulfill this critical position as Director of National Intelligence.
And I don't want it to bother you that I have a more masculine voice than you do. Don't let that go to your...
At any time, but specifically during this time. Unfortunately, the American people have very little trust in the intelligence community, largely because they've seen...
largely because you've waged a PR war on the intelligence community to undermine America's standing in the world, and it worked with your dipshit followers?
The weaponization and politicization of an entity that...
Politicization. It's really hard. Politicization. Don't politicization. You can't slide out the second T into a C. It's just not done, dear.
Is supposed to be purely focused on ensuring our national security. So I look forward to being able to help fulfill that mandate that the American people delivered to you very clearly in this election.
No, again, 78-75, it's kind of a jump ball. If it was a basketball game, it's a single three-pointer. Don't fucking pat yourself on the back too much.
To refocus our intelligence community by empowering the great patriots who have chosen to serve our country in this way, and focus on ensuring the safety, security, and freedom of the American people. As you've said, Mr. President, this is what I've dedicated my life to, and it is truly humbling to be in this position, to serve in your administration, help to rebuild that trust, and ultimately to keep the American people safe. Last thing I'll mention.
Why would you laugh on the word safe? I know. I was going to say, if you're, and ultimately to keep the American people safe. I'm sorry, I can't. No, seriously, to keep the American people safe. I'm sorry. It just won't. God damn it. Can I do it again? Okay, real quick. To serve in your administration. It's a great honor. Sorry. God damn it. And the most important thing is to keep the American people safe. Fuck it. I'll do it tomorrow.